Today, we're going to talk about the running back leak through route. Now, this is a great check down route because it's quick to the flat, but it's also the opposite flat from which the running back is standing pre-snap. Most players are used to defending the running back check down game when we're talking about a table route or an out route or even a Texas route, all of which are attacking the same side of the field that he's standing on. What's so great about this route is that we can utilize our trips, whether it's a spread trips or a bunch formation, to drive off zone coverage. And then this running back is so quick to that opposite flat, a lot of players will just get him the ball in space and boom, you're right up the field for a huge gain. So you see that that'll work against the cover 4 drop. It's also absolutely killer against match calls because a lot of times you won't have anybody there to match him as he goes to the opposite side of the field, and now you're picking up huge chunks of yardage. So what is the coverage that we can utilize to defend this route? Well, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, hit that notification bell, because I'm going to show you guys exactly what you need to do within match coverage to get this done. Now, this route is something that you can find in a lot of formations. Right now, I'm in the overly meta Jacksonville Jaguars offensive playbook, and their bunch X nasty has a ton of these routes. One of the most popular plays you will see players run this pattern out of is known as motion cross post, which you guys probably remember from the wheel route quiet the crowd glitch earlier in this year. So this is a pretty darn good route. And as we're going to see here, starting off with some match coverage, we're going to go with a little quarters. Now, when you run quarters, there's a few things that we need to talk about here. First and foremost, the linebacker that is on the weak side in the quarter flat is responsible for the running back no matter where he goes. So if I have him on, let's say, a wheel route, you're going to see here that Urlacher is going to run with him down the left sideline, which sometimes you'll be able to fit that throw in even on a wheel route. So this is a tough assignment for this guy, even on the same side of the field. But when it comes to actually chasing this player to the opposite side of the field, you're going to see that Urlacher will kind of struggle with matching that. And a lot of times the quarter flat jumps down in a weird way as well, where there's just really not anybody there to really handle this. I'll show this to you again here. I do like quarters from a standpoint of that quarter flat being able to kind of hang out. But again, sometimes you'll just see that it's super late right there. It's an okay assignment, but we can do a little bit better, as we'll see here in this video. Now, before I get into the exact coverage that I prefer against this, make sure you guys open up another tab and head over to my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is home to the best coverage resource in the entire Madden community in the form of my match coverage Bible. Whether you want to run cover 4 match, which includes quarters, palms, cover 6, and cover 9, or you want to mix in cover 3 match, or even find some match rules for the cover 2 defense, this game plan is going to teach you guys how those coverages match all different offensive spacings. This week, I've been doing a lot of match content focused on shutting down the most popular meta in the game, which is this bunch X nasty. And you're going to see here in this video how we're neutralizing some of those checkdowns. Earlier in the week, we talked about drags, we talked about special cut rules for safeties. So make sure you go watch other videos right here on this absolutely free resource. But if you guys really want the best thing, everything all in one place, you guys will also unlock the vault, which is home to over 200 tips right now between college football and Madden, all offensive and defensive game plans, in addition to the coverage Bible I've already talked about, and members only Discord access where we have live lab sessions each and every week. And those are going to be archived on the website for those of you that can't attend live. That way you can catch up on what we discuss. So make sure you guys go check it out, link in the description. Now, the coverage I actually like to call against the bunch X nasty is the cover 6 defense. I sometimes will also call cover 9, but when I'm dealing with this running back check down route, I really like cover 6 because this will allow for us to have kind of these pushing style calls. One of the things that is really, really tough, as we've mentioned, is the linebacker on the left side having to run to the right flat. You're going to see that when we have this particular call, that there's going to be a communication between the linebackers on the field where Urlacher will kind of have the other player rally and take that throw in the flat. So you're not going to be able to throw this as an inside pass lead right as he kind of cuts out to the right flat because that linebacker is there. Furthermore, what's really nice about this as well is that we have a quarter flat that's hanging out outside. So this throw is almost bracketed, if you will. And a lot of times when people are running this particular call, they really just want to go with this streak, kind of this slot fade, custom stem down corner, and they want to be able to check it down in the flat. But again, you're not going to have anything there as it pertains to this throw. It is really, really simple to clamp down on it. And if you guys don't want to play match on this, you also have the luxury theory of just turning the slot defender into a hard flat. I do not recommend shading your coverage because you don't want to give up that push call. Just go ahead and put that slot corner into a actual hard flat rather than shading the quarter flat down, because now you'll see that the linebackers will still communicate and we have a true hard flat defender that will shut down that throw. Now, of course, it does come with the rule being that if you're not playing match on this, you need to make sure that you are switch sticking. So if I want to change this quarter flat into a hard flat, one thing I definitely do in this is I try to hang out here, and when I see this, I'm going to switch stick and kind of muddy up that read. And you see that we do a pretty darn good job with how this is going to be defended. The one thing that you really have to be careful with this particular call is maybe this tight end running up the middle of the field. Again, when you're playing no match here on this side, you see that we're okay. I can switch stick and take away that stem down corner. The running back leak through is handled by the hard flat and the push. You see Urlacher pointing to Roquan Smith, hey, go take my guy. And then you see that Roquan is rallying down. This throw underneath is bracketed inside and outside. You have help over the top with the safety in the outside quarter. And then really the throw that they're going to have to make is going to be the tight end down the seam. If you want to, you can turn your match off just by playing this kind of hard flat. And in this particular case, again, if they decide to run this call, you could actually switch stick down to Urlacher. If you're using Urlacher, it's a little bit tough because you don't necessarily get that push call, but at least you do have the hard flat that's in the right flat to take away that. So if you want to keep that push call from Urlacher to Roquan, one of the things you will have to do with this is stay off of the vertical hook and the 3-rec hook. I talked about this earlier this week. It's called the out of the way rule. And now what you're going to see is that if I don't user this allows the AI with the 2 hooks on this play to basically communicate with one another. So I can do this and then switch stick down to Urlacher and peel back. And now you see that this coverage has the pushing on it that you might want. Okay, so again, if you want to match this overall, you could mix in a little cover 6. Now, if they're killing you with the other players in this route combo, I'm talking specifically the bunch players, not the running back check down. This is where it's really, really important that we are mixing in our cover 9 defense. This is what we've talked about pretty much all week. If you guys are going to run both of these, I highly recommend that you switch your coverage shell to cover 4. That way both coverages look the exact same, because good players do pick up on changes for those players. So you're going to see here that basically I will come out in the cover 9 now. You're going to see kind of that overall cover 4 look. And if we decide that we want to run that same route combo that so many players spam in this game, which is, kind of, this with a custom stem curl or maybe a super dig on the backside, but it's basically streak, slot fade, corner, running back check down. Now, in this particular case, you're going to be noticing that the running back through the backfield will be kind of guarded by basically the vertical hook zone or the soft squat zone. And then from there, you have to be really careful with that, the corner route. Okay, so as we take a look at this here, I would probably make sure that we have the correct players. Again, you see that the corner route to 89 is probably open due to the fact that the soft squat rallies down to the running back. So again, I would just probably mix in some adjustments that could better help you with this. Maybe you put a hard flat out here, or maybe you straight up man up the running back with the defensive end. Again, that's another thing that somebody might do here. And because you man up the running back, you're going to have this, what we call redistribution. Because the running back is manned up, the soft squat will stay on the corner route. So now they can't just shove that corner route into the sideline, and you're still defending that running back leak through. So again, a lot of different options here for you, but cover 6 and cover 9 with a little bit of an adjustment is a great little coverage scheme for shutting down this spam right here. Again, between the drags, the auto motion stuff, the streak corner flats, the running back leak through, this week I've basically shown you guys everything that I basically do to defend this really, really popular meta that you face all the time online. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe. I got far more coverage stuff coming for you guys, stuff to cancel out a lot of the stuff you see day in and day out, absolutely free here on this YouTube channel. It's all compiled into my game plan on Gridiron, so make sure you guys go check that out. Link in the description. I'll yap at y'all tomorrow. Have a good day. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab and good luck.